on the 5 most important changes that I made to help me focus on my mental, physical, and nutritional health and lose over 110 pounds. Hello, my name is Anthony Scott and welcome to The Heavyweight. Today's video is the top 5 changes I enacted to help me lose 110 pounds and most importantly live a more authentic and focused and present life. If you want to hear my origin story or how I turned my life around and focus on my mental, physical, and nutritional health, go to Anthony Scott, The Heavyweight on YouTube. In addition, go to anthonyscott.com and sign up for our newsletter and receive resources and information to help you with your journey to living a more focus-driven life. Stay to the end to hear number 5, which is very important, with helping losing and maintaining your weight. Number 1, giving myself grace. Giving myself the love and grace that I exhibited to others and not to myself. This was an epiphany when I realized that I was understanding and caring and loving to everyone else in my life but myself. This led to me having a mental and physical health crisis. There were periods I could not sleep. I worried about everything, and most importantly, I wasn't living in the present. I look back at pictures during this time frame and I didn't even recall most of these events. Why? Because I was worried about something I didn't do, in fear of what could happen, and focus on worst case scenarios. It was very difficult to focus on forgiving myself and loving myself when I made a mistake. One thing that helped me change my mindset, which in turn helped me heal mentally, was thinking about what they tell you during the safety presentation on an airplane. Should the pressure on the plane drop during the flight, an oxygen mask will appear. Be sure to place the mask on yourself first before you help others. This allowed me to give myself permission to take care of me. I learned to live in the present, which helped me lift my anxiety, depression, and stress. This allowed me to focus on the present, which in turn allowed me to heal and begin to sleep, which was a huge challenge for me. Number 2 is understand insulin resistance. Insulin resistance was a pivotal changing for my diet and lifestyle when I understood it. If you don't know what insulin resistance is, look at my video on the subject, The Heavyweight, on YouTube or on my website, anthonyscott.com. Insulin resistance was one of the major reasons I had no long-term success with dieting and ended up gaining all the weight I lost back in the past. When I understood that I had to limit my carbohydrate consumption, I learned 2 key things. First, what to eat, and secondly, when to eat. We'll have more videos about that later. Number 3. This is a big one, using technology, monitoring my blood sugar. And what is insulin resistant video, which can be found on the YouTube page, I explained about the moment when I realized for me that weight loss was more about insulin levels and blood sugar than calories as someone who has insulin resistance. Once I realized this, I was able to focus on foods that didn't dramatically rise my blood sugar, using the CGM to monitor my blood sugar and understand how what I ate worked in my body was pivotal in me keeping my blood sugar stable and me losing weight. This was the start of me evolving what and when I ate. I learned quickly by monitoring my blood sugar that it was more important to read the nutritional labels on the back than just assume certain foods are less or more glycemic. I'm not saying that glycemic index is not relevant, but I'm saying that all that glitters is not gold, and that we have to read the label to understand what we are eating. Monitoring your blood sugar for someone with insulin resistance is key to nutritional health. I like to ask people, would you drive a car without a gas gauge? Would you go back to a gas station after filling up in your car to get the mileage or smooth ride that you normally get from another gas station? Think about it. Number 3, planning meals. I quickly learned that if I let myself get to a point where I was hungry, I would make bad decisions on what to eat. This helped me understand that it is so important to plan your meals. Know how your body reacts to what you're eating and know what you are consuming. I used to think cooking was a time crunch. It was an obstacle to me watching a show or finishing work or even going to the gym. It takes too long. You know what takes too long? Trying to heal from a damage done by consuming dense caloric foods that your body can't digest. That takes too long. The impact of eating foods that are not nutritionally sound on your life, weight, and metabolic health is often irreparable. Planning my meals was the beginning of me making a solemn oath to my body that I would give it what it needs to thrive. I quickly learned the importance of protein and how to sequence my meal so that when I did eat carbs, I did not have the blood sugar spikes that caused me to be hungry and eating or not able to lose weight. Number 5 goes hand in hand with number 4. So here you go. And the number 5 thing that I changed was moving every day. During the pandemic, I was in a bad mental and physical shape like a lot of the world. I relocated from New York to the Bay Area. I was working at a very demanding job that had me commuting 90 minutes each way to and from work. The hours were long with the commute, and during the lockdown, I was chained to my desk. I became sick and even developed back and glute issues. One of the major things that gave me relief was moving. I used my smartwatch to count my steps. I started off circling my dining room table. Then I worked up to 10 to 15 minutes of walking after meal in every hour. This was a huge impact on my mental and physical health. This helped me relieve my back and glute pain and simultaneously had a huge impact on my physical health. I learned that walking after a meal was key to helping me lower my blood sugar. I've been a gym brat most of my adult life, but it wasn't until I started monitoring my blood sugar that I understood how exercise was pivotal in helping me control my blood sugar and weight. To that end, I now ensure that I get 10,000 steps a day in addition to other fitness activities like weightlifting, Pilates, swimming that I do on a daily basis. So there you have it, the 5 things I did to help me lose 100 pounds. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with others. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Have a great day.